Alright, so this is the solutions for all the transformations, just kind of mix of all of them together. Moving to number one, we need rotate counterclockwise around the origin. Counterclockwise is this way. And so, you're going to take all your points here. I just take vertices and then move them to 90 degrees to get their new spot. So if you notice here, L here is at 0, -3. When you do a 90-degree turn, it's going to put it over here at 3, 0. So that's going to be where L prime is. Right there at 3, 0. Here, J is at -5, -2. And so when you do a 90-degree turn, it's going to put it all the way over there, which is actually going to put him at 2, -5, which is right there. It's going to be 2, -5 for J prime. And then Z, when you do its rotation there, used to be at the point -4, 0. And when you rotate, it's going to be right there at the point 0, -4. Here, let me write this over here. 0, -4. So that's where Z prime is going to be. Z prime. So we got these 3 points here. They make a lovely triangle. It's awfully beautiful. On these, I do want you to write down the function that describes what's going on. Well, if you're doing a counterclockwise turn of 90 degrees, you take your point, your x and y coordinate of your point, and you switch the order, and you had to make the y value the opposite sign, and that's your function for this first guy here. Moving on to 2, we need to move it right 4 units and down 1. So if you're going to write, you can write your function like right away because it tells you the directions. Your x values are going to be 4 more, and your y value is going to be 1 less because you're moving it down. And so right 4, down 1, just take each of those points. G is going to be right there, so G prime. F is going to be, F prime is going to be there, and Y is going to be right there, so Y prime. You got your lovely transition there, and we got the function, so that one's done. Moving on to 3. This one's another translation, so you start with a point x, y. You're going to take all the x's and move them +1, so it's right 1. And it's going to go 1 up, so you're going to get y +1. So up 1, right 1, for all your points here, which is going to make t prime right there. M prime is going to be there. E prime is going to be there. And J prime is going to be there. Connect it back up, and you got your shape. Just shift it up 1, right 1, and there's your new one. On 4, you need to reflect it across the y-axis. Here I want to start with a function. So if you are reflecting something across an x-axis, all the x values are going to stay the same. So usually it is x. But all your y values are going to be the opposite of where they used to be. So you're going to write x, -y. And so all your points here, they're just going to shift to the other side of your x-axis. So, oops, that's a hideous dot. C prime is going to be there. J prime is going to be there. M prime is going to be up here. And K prime is going to be up 4, which is going to put them right there. K prime, blam. There we go. Now we got our shape. We got all the vertices, and there's our shape reflected over the x-axis. On 5, 6, 7, and 8, you're writing a rule that describes the transformations. You're not writing the function for this. This first one, you notice how it's just write 1 point for all the points. So this one's a translation of write 1 unit. Because you just move everything right 1. On 6, this one actually reflects over this imaginary line here. Notice the reflective nature of these two, the pre-image and the image. And so that is the line x equals 3. So this transformation is a reflection over the line x equals 3. And 7, this one's also a reflection, but it's over the x-axis. So you're going to write that down. Reflection over x-axis. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Moving on to 8. This one's actually got a different sort of transformation. Some people would think it's like a reflection across that, but it's not. Notice how the point is over here. Your B was up here, now it's down here. If you're reflecting across this line, it would be on the right side here, about where G prime is, but it's not. And so this is not a reflection. It's actually a rotation around, because if you rotated B around 180 degrees, he would be right there. And if you took G and did a 180, it'd be over there. So this one is a rotation. It's a 180 degree rotation about the origin. And that's going to be all the way up to 8.